watching films, but I'm trying to record this really fast in between films. So I'm watching the Pioneers of African American Cinema, and I want to do this video with these two films together because they were directed by the same director, Spencer Williams, who is probably most known today as playing Andy on Amos and Andy on the television show in the 50s. But he made several race films in the 40s, and we just showed two of them. The first one blew my mind. It was called The Blood of Jesus, and it's about a woman who, right after being baptized, accidentally gets shot by her husband, completely accidentally. And then the rest of the film is her soul trying to decide if it's going to go to hell or heaven, and it uses amazing special effects and beautiful African-American song and just like Southern gospel, and it's beautifully made and beautifully shot, and one of the most like stunning films I've ever seen. I literally want to take this film and like make everybody watch it. It is in the public domain, but the version that's on YouTube and stuff is just not. It's the quality is not very good. Whereas the one that this restoration that Kino has put out is gorgeous, and I highly recommend you seek this film out. It is so good. The second film was Dirty Gertie from Harlem, USA. It's an unofficial adaptation of Sadie Thompson by W. Somerset Maugham, and it stars Francine Everett as Gertie LaRue, a performing artist. She's a stripper who has come from Harlem to this town of Trinidad, or this island of Trinidad in the Caribbean, with her dance group, and she likes to have some fun, and she has several men on the hook. I think she says she has a sugar daddy, a sailor, a marine, and a preacher man if she wants to take the time to work on him. And all of this gets, you're kind of rooting for her. You're like, live your life, girl. It's great. And then, but there's something haunting her from the past. You hear about this ex-boyfriend and that she has escaped and she's done him wrong somehow, and there's an overwhelming feeling that this is not going to end well for her. And this one is beautifully shot again, all set in this little island area. Beautiful sets, racy dialogue. Francine Everett is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. She was in a handful of race films. She did a couple of mainstream films, and then just sort of stopped acting. I think the professor basically said that mostly she wouldn't take roles that she felt were degrading, and so she couldn't have a huge career because in the 40s, 50s, Hollywood had room for like 3 black women, and that was 3 black women who didn't play maids, and that was it. And she was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Seek this one out. Again, this is another one that's in the public domain, but I would highly recommend that you watch the restored version. It's so beautiful. It's so crisp. These restorations are so great. This disc has 5 discs, or the set has 5 discs and 20 hours worth of content, and like an 80-page booklet, and I want it so bad. So I'm going to do some more video reviews for the shorts. There's a handful of shorts that they're showing, including one directed by Zora Neale Hurston that I'm really looking forward to watching later tonight. But I wanted to do these two together because they're both by Spencer Williams, who I think is someone he's the director. I had no idea. I'd never heard of him. I've heard of Amos and Andy. I've never seen it, but I didn't know he was a director. And seeing these two films make me just wish I could see more and more that he's directed because they're just so great. So check these out, and I will be recording another video in just a little bit.